Okay, let's be honest. Most of the relationship nowadays suck, and nobody wants to admit it. Firstly, they call their partner, "Oh, the love of my life," and then in 2 months, she becomes a whore. And fine, call her names, say that she's a bad person, she ruins your life, now your heart's broken. But you won't change. You will still make the same mistakes as you did before, because no matter what's the problem, both parties are responsible for that. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you how you can increase your chances of getting a healthy relationship and decrease your chances of creating a toxic relationship yourself. Okay, so let's start this video with a bit of history and literature. You all remember Romeo and Juliet, right? The one that Shakespeare wrote a few decades ago. Love of two people completely based on romance. And how did it end? Pretty bad. Both people committed suicide. I'm not gonna go through the plot because most of you know it already, or if you don't, you can go and check it out on the internet if you're interested. But the fact is, Shakespeare a few centuries ago wrote this story not to reinforce the romance type of relationship, but to actually laugh it out and say how stupid it is. And he's kinda right. Look, because if your relationship with that girl is purely based on emotions and feelings, you're headed for a trouble. It's gonna fall down pretty fast. Because we all know that some time passes and all the feelings and relationships fade away. And the problem is, you'll have to do a lot of unpleasant things to keep this relationship together, and you'll be thrown into a bunch of shit situations. So, what's the most effective thing that you can do? Is set boundaries. Look, there are two types of relationships, as I said before, the healthy one and the toxic one. And the reality is, the only one thing that separates both of them is the boundaries that you set. And if you're currently in a relationship, ask yourself these two questions and they will determine whether you have a toxic one or a healthy one. So the first one goes like this: how each person accepts his or her responsibility. And the second one, what is the willingness to get rejected by a partner? If both of the answer to this question is kinda unpleasant, that indicates that you're very likely to have a toxic relationship. But at the end of the day, what makes a relationship a toxic one? This is the difference. In a bad relationship, there is a victim and a saver. So what I mean by that is one person takes full responsibility on both of the people and another one doesn't take any responsibility at all. So one person makes excuses that he or she is a victim. For example, you had a problem that you had to solve but you didn't, and what you do is not take responsibility and try to solve it again, but you actually throw it on someone else and say that you have nothing to do with it. Or, on the other hand, there is a saver, which takes the responsibility from a different person and solves other person's problems. So, to sum up all that I said, in an unhealthy relationship, one member of the relationship solves other person's issues to feel good about themselves. And it sounds kinda okay, but the main problem is that when you get focused on yourself, you get rejected. Because other person was happy being a victim, and once you stop fixing their problems, they don't want to be with you ever again. So if you actually do what you have to, if you focus on yourself in a relationship, it will fall apart and you'll have a lot of drama. But in a healthy relationship, you take responsibility only for your own problems and you support your partner, not taking any responsibility for what she has to do. So, what you have to understand is the difference between a saver and a supporter. So, in a healthy relationship, you acknowledge your partner's issues and work together to the end goal, while in an unhealthy relationship, both try to escape their problems through the emotions they have for each other. So what you have to do is you should not save a person, but you should support him. So what this setup changes is that you are no longer afraid of drama, because there is more than emotions that hold you together. There is no tension between you. Emotions is a short-term strategy. So the only way to get a good relationship is to set good boundaries, is to support other person, but only take responsibility for yourself. Subscribe if you enjoyed and see you soon. Bye.